Noong nasa Senado ka, ang tapang-tapang mo eh. Bakit dito ay mo magtapang ka rito? Ipakita mo yung the same candor, the same tapang na pinakita mo doon. Matapang ka lang doon sa Senado kasi may kakampi ka?
Galing ako sa serbisyo, iho, pero nakakahiya ka. Pag ako na magtatanong,
Thank you.
sasagot ka. Dahil isasite kita in contempt again. Or is this the affidavit that you submitted to Senate, Colonel Grijaldo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. You stated under oath that you stand by the truthfulness of your statements here in this affidavit. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. You have imputed certain inappropriate actions on our two colleagues, the Honorable Abante and the Honorable Fernandez. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, I will stand by my statement in the Senate under oath,
That is
and I
not
would
an
like to invoke my right to self-incrimination, Your
That
Honor.
is not an appropriate answer to my question. May I ask the Honorable Abante and the Honorable Fernandez? Ngayon ako makaganti, Mr. Chairman.
And if I may, let me remind the two congressmen that you are under oath.
In the statement or sworn statement of Colonel Grijaldo, it stated here, number 4, after I answered questions related to extrajudicial killings and the reward system, I was approached by a security personnel while I was seated as one of the witnesses during the hearing. The said person told me that I was being summoned by Congressman Dan Fernandez. The Honorable Fernandez, do you agree to this statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When I entered the room, I saw the two lawyers of Police Colonel Garma standing inside the room. Two lawyers of Colonel Garma standing inside the room. One of the lawyers approached me, then asked me what we were going to talk about. I said that I do not know. May I ask the Honorable Abante and Fernandez if there were really the presence of the two lawyers of Colonel Garma were present?
Yes, Chairman Acop, yes.
The Honorable Abante, do you agree with Honorable Fernandez?
He's talking to somebody, Mr. Chairman. Maybe you can cite him in contempt.
Chairman Abante, Chairman Abante, you're being asked. Chairman Abante, you're being asked by Chairman Acop to confirm the statement.
Do you agree with the statement of Colonel Grijaldo that there were two lawyers of Attorney Garma present when you talked with Colonel Grijaldo in a room?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. There were two lawyers present.
Thank you, Your Honor. And according to the affidavit of Colonel Grijaldo, the Honorable Fernandez asked Colonel Grijaldo to sit beside him, and you entered the room and sat on the far end chair on the right. And one of the lawyers of Colonel Garma stood near the back of Colonel Grijaldo. Would that be correct?
Ako yung unang dumating, Mr. Chairman. If I remember it right, nung dumating po ako, nakaupo na po siya.
Okay. So, nakaupo na siya.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The Honorable Abante?
Yes, it was a small room, no? Doon lang sa corner na yan. And so, malapit din kami sa isa't isa. So, just need to each other. In fact, Mr. Chair, I'd like to say na when I talked to him before he came in the room, was that because it was Colonel Garma that said that Colonel Grijaldo knows a lot. He knows a lot about this thing. So, sabi ko, sige, total, normal naman yung vetting na ginagawa natin, kinakausap natin. So, we talked to him and sinabi ko kay Colonel Garma, can he corroborate your statement? Ang sabi ni Colonel Garma, yes eh. So, kinausap namin.
Your Honors, pasensya na po kayo kasi hindi naman sumasagot kasi sa mga tanong ko si Colonel Grijaldo. Kaya kayo po ang tatanungin ko na muna.
Mr. Chair, if I be allowed.
The resource person is not allowed to ask questions.
No, I'm not asking questions, Mr. Chairman. I will be answering in relation to the answer of
So you
Congressman.
are replying to the question
Yes.
raised by
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Please proceed.
Well, ang totoo po kasi noon, yung pong dalawang lawyer ni Colonel Garma, sila po talaga yung nag-approach sa amin. ang sinabi po nung dalawang lawyers, if I remember it right, yung pangalan po nung lawyer si Attorney Victor, nakalimutan ko po yung apelyido.
Attorney Kilang and Attorney Kumigan.
Yes, opo. Ang sabi nila, kasi kung matatandaan niyo po, yung ating supplemental affidavit na ginawa po ni Colonel Garma was given to us on the day itself. And then, nung binabasa po natin, sabi natin, ay, sino magko-corroborate nito? Sino magbe-betting ito? Lumapit po yung dalawang lawyer. At ang sabi, kung pwedeng kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo. Dahil si Colonel Garma ay very close daw kay Colonel Grijaldo at siya makakapag-bet sa mga nakalagay doon sa supplemental affidavit. So, ang sabi ko naman kay Attorney Victor, tama-tama, andyan si Grijaldo doon sa likod. Bakit hindi natin siya imbitahan doon sa room doon, sa may kainan? Para nang sa ganon ay makausap natin kung patotohanan niya yung sinabi ni Colonel Garma na magkaibigan sila at ibebet niya yung mga nakasulat doon. So, basically, hindi naman po siya ganun kalaking issue. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, hindi nga tayo ang nag-initiate eh. Sila pa yung nag-initiate sa atin na kausapin si Colonel Grijaldo, which I did together with nagkataon po kami ni Chairman Abante during that time. Magkalapit kami doon. Sabi ko, pare sumama ka na sa akin. Kaya sa sumunod. Kaya nagulat na lamang po kami that biglang nagkaroon po ng ganong istorya. But nevertheless, Mr. Chairman, yun po yung nangyari doon. At nung pumasok po ako sa loob, nauna po ako kay Chairman Abante ng konti lang. And then, sinabi ko sa kanya, Colonel Grijaldo, ito yung mga nakasulat dito sa affidavit. Sabi ko dito sa paragraph, hindi ko matandaan, 17 ata o something gano'n. Ito ba, mapapatotohanan mo na sinabi ni Colonel Garma? Ang sabi niya, wala po akong alam dyan. Yung ibang ibang mga sinabi ni Colonel Garma. Kasi sabi niya, kaibigan kanya eh. So, basically, doon po umikot yung aming usapan. Siguro maabot po yun ng mga less than 10 or 15 minutes. And then, nung sinabi niya talaga wala siyang alam, edi lumabas na po kami. And the CCTV can prove na talagang hindi po kami nagtagal sa loob. At the same time po, pag tinignan niyo po yung kwarto dyan, kahit puntahan po natin lahat, napakaliit po ng kwarto. At sa labas po ng kwarto, marami pong mga tao nandun. So kung nagkaroon po ng coercion, nagkaroon po ng harassment, nagkaroon po ng forceful force galing po sa amin, I think malalaman po ng mga tao nandyan. And even the CCTV, nung lumabas po siya dyan sa ng pintuan yan, makikita po natin na yung itsura niya, hindi naman po siya mukhang na-coerce eh. Mukhang masayang-masaya pa nga po siya. Kaya, I think, Mr. Chairman, yung pong accusation sa atin, na malayan yung ating pong committee and the two chairman, masyado pong unfair. But of course, binibigyan pa rin po natin siya ng pagkakataon na liwanagin po yung mga pangyayari. Kaya, andito po tayo at binibigyan po natin ng patas na pagdinig. Marami pong salamat sa pagkakataon.
Mr. Chair, pwede maidagdag to?
With, yes, Congressman Abante, with the indulgence of Congressman Ako, please.
At the back of my mind, masaya pa nga ako eh. Sapagkat nabanggit sa akin ni Colonel Garma na ito talagang close siya rito. Classmate niya. At talagang kakampihan siya nito. Nagulat na lang kami na gano'n ang sagot niya. So,
Nung bang sinabi ni Colonel Garma yun, magkasama na kayo ni Congressman Dan?
Hindi ko nakausap si Colonel Garma.
ako ang kumusap sa kanya. Hindi niya nakausap. Ako mismo kumusap sa kanya.
At sino ang nakarinig na sinabi ni Colonel Garma sa inyo yan, na Congressman?
Palagay ko walang nakarinig sapagkat in confidence sinabi niya sa akin eh.
Okay.
When I asked her, who can corroborate your statements? Binanggit niya yung pangalan ni Colonel Grijaldo. Natuwa naman ako sapagkat very close daw sila, classmate niya, at talagang kakampihan siya nito. All of a sudden, kalaban pala niya.
And Mr. Chairman, para i-corroborate lang po yan. If you remember it right, nung na-interview po tayo sa, I think, Bilyonaryo News Channel, nabanggit po natin doon na nakasama po natin siya sa isang pagpupulong doon po sa BGC sa Ascot Hotel, na kung saan nakiusap po sila Colonel Garma during that time. And during that time, we were shocked, ikaw, saka ako, sa chair, na nakita natin si Colonel Grijaldo doon. And that's the reason, nang kinausap ako ng abogado doon, na sinabi sa akin na si Colonel Grijaldo at si Colonel Garma ay close, naniwala ako. Because na-meet na po natin siya during that time. And remember, na kayo pa po nagbayad ng dinner. That was 9,000 plus po. Kaya sinasabi ko po to, Mr. Chairman, because we wanted to ferret out the truth. And by doing that, we are initiating some form of talks with those who wanted to speak in this committee. Dahil nga, nagbe-betting po tayo eh. At yun po yung ating ginagawa sa kongresong ito. Kaya, nakakalungkot lang na ang isang opisyal na naging isang battalion commander ng isang rehiyon ay ganito po yung kanyang treatment sa committee ito. But I cannot blame this person. If there is a big person behind him, then totally we cannot blame him. But prudence dictates na dapat po ay sarili niya, manindigan siya sa sarili niya at hindi siya matako sa kaninumang tao. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Please proceed, continue, Congressman Akop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Also in the sworn statement, Kong Dan Fernandez put the paper he was holding on the table and told me, ito ang sasabihin mo sa statement na ito. While pointing to a paragraph on the paper, ito ang second supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garba. Sabihin mong alam mo ang reward system, i-confirm mo lang. Would this be true, Honorable Fernandez?
Po ganyan ang pagkakasabi ko. A while ago, I was testifying in this honorable committee that itinuro ko po, yan, Colonel Grijaldo, ito. Yan, mapapatotohanan mo ba na totoo itong sinabi ni Colonel Garma? Sabi niya, hindi ho, wala ho. Right away. Actually, parang hindi pa nga niya nababasa, parang umihindi na po siya. So, inilipat ko sa kabila. Sabi ko, itong mga ibang nandito, yan, hindi po yan kasi andun po ako sa Davao noong 2000, wala pa ho ako dyan during that time. So, yun lang po yung mga sitwasyon na nasabi ko sa kanya about dun sa supplemental affidavit. Actually, Mr. Chairman, sa una pa lang nararamdaman ko na hindi niya po i-confirm yung mga sinabi ni Colonel Garma. Actually, hindi ko na pinursue. Basically po, yung usapan, parang naging light na lang po yung moment ng usapan. At magmamanifest po yun, yung light moment na usapan namin. Because nung lumabas po siya, masaya siya. And we can even show yung CCTV na hawak po natin ngayon, na makikita natin that wala po sa facial expression niya na he was harassed.
Comsec? Sir. Yung sinasabi ni Honorable Fernandez na video clip?
Comsec floor. Do you have a
Comsec.
video?
PM.
Oh, yan.
Colonel Grijaldo enters the holding room. At 7:17:59 p.m., Attorney Emericio Kilang enters. At 7:18:11 p.m., Attorney Rotsiv Comigat enters. At 7:19 p.m., Congressman Dan Fernandez enters. At 7:20:35 p.m., Congressman Benny Abante enters. At 7:35:35 p.m., Congressman Dan Fernandez and Benny Abante leave the holding room. At 7:36:14 p.m., Colonel Grijaldo exits with Attorney Kilang and Attorney Comigat. At 7:36:25 p.m., Colonel Grijaldo, all smiles, is seen conversing with Jimmy Fortaleza.
I wished it.
Sinungaling yan.
Thank you, Comsec. Yun pong kay Honorable Abante naman, paragraph 14 of the affidavit. Kong Abante asked me how many years do I still have with the PNP. I answered, I still have 4 years before retirement. Then he made the remark, pwede ka pang maging general. I humbly responded to him, masaya na ako sa ranggo ko, sir. Pagkatapos nito, uuwi na lang ako at magtatanim na lang ako ng kamote sa amin.
Mr. Chair, I cannot recall, no? Pero kung yan man, nasabi ko, ako ba'y, meron ba akong karapatan na i-promote siya? Sapagkat sinabi niya ron, gusto ko siyang ipapromote. Anong karapatan ko para i-promote siya? Para lang siya magsabi ng gusto kong sabihin niya. Masyado namang akusasyon yan na kahit kailan, hindi ko ginawa kahit kanino.
Thank you, Honorable Abante. Paragraph 15. The cordial conversation between us continued. So, walang animosity. Would you agree with that, Your Honors? Na cordial yung conversation niyo?
Well, actually, Mr. Chairman, di mo pa binabanggit yan kanina. Sinabi ko nga, after na tinanong na namin yung mga ilang provision dun sa paragraph niya, na alam ko na hindi naman tayo makakakuha ng magandang resulta dun sa confirmation ng betting, sabi ko nga, naging light na lang yung usapan. Hindi ko na alam kung ano mga napag-usapan. At, but after that, umalis na ako. Tapos sumunod na si Congressman Benny.
Pero dinagdag niya. Sa kanya,
Mr. Chair, tama. Tama ho. Tama yung sinabi ni Chairman Dan na very cordial. Very light ang usapan namin. Para mang nabibiroan pa kami dun nabanggit niya na siya magtatanim ng kamote. Hindi ba biro yun? Yung ba totoo ba yun na magtatanim talaga siya ng kamote pagkatapos na mag-retire?
Saka, in all due respect, Mr. Chairman, if I may, Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to speak? Kasi, alam niyo po, napakasama naman po ng magiging action namin if we have done something like that without the prior approval of the members of the chairman of the Quadcom. Never na ginawa po ng bawat isa sa atin yan na meron po tayong gagawing betting ay hindi nalalaman po ng ating pong mga kasamahan. And yung pong most especially kung yung pong coercion at harassment na kung gagawin po namin ay mapuput into jeopardy lahat ng ginawa po ng Quadcom. And hindi naman po kami ganun kabobo para gawin yung bagay na yon na alam namin na magkakaroon ng bad repercussion kung sakali na hindi mag-agree po si Colonel Grijaldo. And well, ako kasi medyo basically nasaktan po ako doon kasi nga I was expecting that Colonel Garma through sa mga lawyers niya na binanggit na hindi, si Colonel Grijaldo was my parang kasakasamahan na niya before and they were very close. And yung expectation mo na sasabihin niya doon na kino-confirm niya, then suddenly nawala. Kaya po ako medyo na-disappoint during that time. But of course, kasama yun, marami na tayong ganyang kausap na talagang afterwards hindi naman talaga na-confirm. But yun na nga, nagpapasalamat po ako sa committee na to na nabigyan po tayo ng pagkakataon para liwanagin tong issue na talagang nahirapan po tayo dahil sa hindi po pag-attend ni Colonel Grijaldo.
Mr. Chair, sa totoo lang, kung siya nasaktan, si Congressman Dan Fernandez, ako naman na-offend. Sapagkat sa totohanan lang, nasa mukha ba namin na magko-coerce? Nasa mukha niya. Sa mukha. Nasa mukha ba ni Congressman Fernandez na mag-coerce? Ako, nasa mukha ko ba mag-coerce? Tignan niyo nga po yung mukha niya. O, compare po sa mukha namin.
And the next statement is that I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do. So, it was the feeling of Colonel Grijaldo na kinukumbinsi niyo siya na gawin yung gusto niyong ipagawa. That was his feeling. The intention may not be that. Hindi po ba tama, Colonel Grijaldo? Invoke mo na naman yung right mo. Tama ba yung state mo? I felt that they wanted to convince me to do what they wanted me to do.
I stand by my statement, Your Honor.
Sagutin mo yung tanong ko.
Would like to invoke my right.
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor.
May I move that we cite Colonel Grijaldo in contempt for violation of Section 11, Paragraph C, refusal to answer relevant questions? So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion to cite in contempt Colonel Grijaldo for violating Section 11, Paragraph C of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, and it was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. You are again cited in contempt.
Mr. Chairman.
Is Congressman Akop done with this interpellation?
Mr. Chair, my motion needs another motion from any member of this committee because we have to determine where what is the duration of his penalty and where he would be incarcerated. Mr. Chair.
Is there any motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Paduano.
While the rules of the House now with regards to Section 11 citing a resource person in contempt, the detention, no? The place of detention lies with of course, the chairman of this honorable committee. May I respectfully move, Mr. Chairman, that we will transfer in this contempt order. I move that we will detain Colonel Grijaldo at para malapit-lapit lang sa batasan at Station 6, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Are you referring to Station 6 of the Quezon
Quezon City, Mr. Chairman. Dito lang yan sa batasan.
Okay,
So move, Mr. Chairman.
there is a motion to detain, transfer the detention of Colonel Grijaldo to Station 6 of the Quezon City, Police Station. Are there any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Comsec, please coordinate with our Sergeant-at-Arms and inform the said office that Colonel Grijaldo will be transferred to Station 6 of Quezon City and serve his detention in that facility.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Akop.
since I cannot get intelligent answers from our resource person, may I just make a manifestation? The reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of legal ethics that we have in our possession a joint statement from the law office of Attorney Emerito B. Kilang from the Kumigad law offices. And in this joint statement of the two lawyers, they debunk all the claims of Colonel Grijaldo. And lawyers are supposed to observe the canons of legal ethics, as I have stated in my interpellation of Attorney Conti. And that is the reason why I asked Attorney Conti about the canons of of legal ethics. So, it is the word of Colonel Grijaldo alone versus the words of two honorable congressmen and attested to by two lawyers, the lawyers of one of our resource persons, Attorney Garma. The other manifestation I want to make, Mr. Chair, is that in 4 instances where we invited Colonel Grijaldo, he has refused to attend. Ang timing po niya ng pagka-confine niya, every time na meron tayong hearing, if you look at the calendar of events. Kaya sinasadyan niya na magpa-confine para hindi siya maka-attend ng hearing. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Sir Chair,
Thank you, Congressman Akop.
may I also make just a short manifestation as to avoid the public that because I get this impression, Mr. Chair, that our resource person, Colonel Grijaldo, wants to at least impress upon the public that we are cornering him, that we are gagging up on him. Just want to make a manifestation, Mr. Chair, that earlier Chairman Akop asked him, or the chairman himself asked him if he needs a lawyer so we can provide one. Because he's been invoking his right against self-incrimination, and we understand that. That's a constitutionally guaranteed right. And we do not want to push or to even force anybody, especially if it's our guests and our resource persons, to say something that would incriminate him, that would be used against him at the court of law. He was asked what's the basis of him invoking that right, when in fact the question of Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez was merely on an affirmation that the affidavit he gave during the Senate investigation was really true, because he was reading on the affidavit and he was quoting word by word the exact affidavit, an exact portion of the affidavit given by Colonel Grijaldo to the Senate hearing. And that was merely a confirmation from him. In fact, when he answered in reply to DS.J.J. Suarez earlier, his response is very much in conflict with the answer in itself. No? Sabi niya, I would stand by my affirmation, I confirm my affidavit, which DS.J.J. was reading, and yet he says he invoked his right against self-incrimination. So he confirmed it, and yet he do not want to confirm it at the same time. So it's a conflict, no? Mismo sa sagot niya. That's the reason why Chairman Akop ask him what's the legal basis, what's his legal basis for invoking this right against self-incrimination. And being a non-lawyer himself, the chairman was lenient to even ask him, would you want a lawyer? We can provide you. Ang sabi po niya, hindi na niya kailangan. I just want to make this manifestation so that this cannot be twisted online. Because I'm sure there are ready trolls, paid trolls, who will twist this scenario here. Ang gagamitin naman nila sa atin ay ginagangap natin ang ating mga resource person. We have given him all the legal course in order to protect him and ask him kung kailangan niya ng legal advice. And he admittedly responded. In fact, Mr. Chair, the responses and the explanation of the two gentlemen, the two chairmen, was actually believable because based on sa mga responses niya, wala naman, it was plainly evident, paglabas nila, it reinforces yung mga sinasabing, yung atmosphere doon sa kwarto ay hindi naman ganun intense, no? Kasi nung lumabas sila, hindi naman for few minutes, so parang ordinary day lang. As opposed to Colonel Grijaldo, who was, I suspect, parang masyado siyang, sabi niya, may reflection pa nga eh, nag-quote pa nga siya ng Biblia. And he even went to the Senate to testify before the whole country watching that he was forced to say something and to lie. Ganon yung impact nung sinasabi niyang coercion na ginawa ng gentleman. And yet, when we look at the video, watch the video, it seems as an average-minded person, wala pong hindi po normal na behavior ang isang tao na he was forced to lie, he was coerced, under duress, tas lalabang with all smiles at nakangiti. Sir Chair, yun lang. I'd like just to make that manifestation because again, I don't want to impress upon the public because there's an attempt, really, by this research person na i-twist itong nangyayari sa atin tapos may mga paid trolls na naman na ready to debunk all the truthfulness of whatever we have gathered here in this committee hearing tapos ito-twist nila that we are ganging up on him, Mr. Chair.
Well, if I may just comment on that manifestation. Yes, correct. We expect that there will be trolls again prying on this particular hearing. This resource person has this penchant for playing victim. No, yun ang yung laging biktima siya eh. But ang katotohanan, ang video ay hindi po nagsisinungaling. No? Kung ikaw ay talagang may paninindigan at gusto mong tayuan ang sinabi mong katotohanan, eh hindi ganyan ang iyong demeanor. So that is my observation, Your Honors. In fact, darating ang panahon na mag-iisip ka rin eh. Iisipin mo rin na hindi mo na makakayang itago yung iyong konsensya doon sa iyong pagsisinungaling. Now, just to add a little spice in this issue, please allow me to show in this video, just a short video lang, Your Honors, on the video of Colonel Grijaldo appearing before the Senate hearing and try to observe his demeanor. And tingnan natin no kung ano yung ano para lang po meron tayong point of comparison. So Comsec, can we play the video? And Colonel Grijaldo, can you watch the video and see for yourself kung ano yung ano mo diyan, yung demeanor diyan?
Mr. Chairman, while waiting for the video,
yes.
can I just to amend the my motion previously, Mr. Chairman, that I move once again that Colonel Gardo will be detained at Quezon City Station 6 until the committee report will be in this investigation will be adopted in the plenary, Mr. Chairman. So move.
Okay, there is a motion amending the previous approved ruling of the chair. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion amending the previous ruling of the chair is approved. So, just please play the video.
Third level officer, presently assigned a personal holding administrative unit, Camp Crame, Quezon City. After duly sworn to, under oath and in accordance with law, do hereby depose and states that I, together with other invited PNP personnel, attended joint hearing in the House of Representatives. After I answered question related to extrajudicial killings, Kong Dan Fernandez entered the room and he asked me to sit beside him, and then Kong Abante entered the room. One of the lawyers of Police Karma stood near at my back. Kong Dan Fernandez put the paper he was holding on the table and told me, ito ang sasabihin mong statement na ito. While pointing on the paragraph on the paper, ito ang supplemental affidavit ni Colonel Garma. Sabihin mo, alam mo ang reward system. I-confirm mo lang. Kong Dan told me to read the said affidavit. However, I asked the copy of affidavit he was showing to me to read it. He did not give it to me. Then Kong Abante asked me where I serve as a chief of police, to which I answered, Mandaluyong City Police Station, sir. Kong Abante then persuaded me by saying, ikaw naman, Colonel, ganito na lang, alangan namang walang insidente o pangyayari sa panahon na yon. I answered, and I served as a COP in Mandaluyong during the COVID-19 pandemic, and there were less crime committed, and we did not receive any reward from anyone.
Okay, salamat. So, in my observation of the video that we just showed, shows that a police officer looking like a debonair in his uniform with his rank, lying to his teeth. Yun ang aking observation dun eh. And he delivered the statement with full of bragadasyo, so to speak. So, parang ngayon, parang nawala yung asim nung pagbibigay mo ng statement dun sa Senado, Colonel. Then, you keep on invoking your right against self-incrimination, which is a manifestation of hiding from the truth. The resource person is out of order,
Mr.
and
Chair.
let it be of record that he is continuously disrespecting this committee by refusing to answer appropriately to the questions propounded by the member. Alam mo, Colonel, if I may, DSJJ, binibigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon dito eh. Noong nasa Senado ka, ang tapang-tapang mo eh. Bakit dito ay mo magtapang ka rito? Ipakita mo yung the same candor, the same tapang na pinakita mo doon. Di ba? Bakit hindi mo gawin yan dito ngayon? Nagtatago ka sa likod ng right against self-incrimination eh. Tinatanong sa'yo, a relevant question. Matapang ka lang doon sa Senado kasi may kakampi ka. Dito ka magpakita ng tapang mo. Hindi yung nandoon ka lang. Alam mo, ang mahirap kasi sa'yo, Gusto lang nating malaman ang katotohanan sa likod nito. Ang dami mo ng ginawa eh. Dinamay mo pa yung mga kasama na, hindi dahil sa kasama namin sila, kundi hindi tama ang nangyari at ginawa mo. You are trying to besmirch the reputation of this committee. Itong committee ito, hindi ito gawa-gawa lamang. Ito'y pinapayagan ng ating saligang batas. Ito'y pinapayagan at pinayagan ng 300 mahigit na membro ng Kongreso na kung saan ay merong mandato ng taong bayan. Kaya wag mong bastusin ito. Yung tapang mo, nawawala eh. Tawagin mo yung kakampi mo. Ang hirap, alam mo, Colonel, nag-imbento ka ng kwento. And then you speak about honor. And then you speak about the gospel of that was given to you by a priest, talking about honor, and which alam mo ba kung bakit mayroong honor? Pag hindi ka sinungaling, may honor ka. As simple as that. You're a police officer and you should have kasi yun ang dito eh. Anyway, DSJJ, you can
Well,
continue.
I totally understand the frustration of our chairman. In fact, it is the same place where I'm extracting my frustration from. No? Kasi nung Senate hearing, napanood ko yung binanggit mo, Colonel Grijaldo, at ako naman, araw-araw, hindi naman araw-araw, na tuwing magkakaroon ng Quadcom hearing, nandito ako. I make it a point to even come early. So, Colonel Grijaldo, you mentioned in your affidavit and even in the Senate hearing that you were coerced. Coerced by certain members of this committee. Totoo ba yun? Oo, hindi.
Your Honor, I would like to invoke
Oo,
my rights.
hindi.
for
It's a simple
self-incrimination,
yes or
Your Honor.
no.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yun lang po yun. Sabi mo, truth, di ba?
Your Honor,
Sabi
I would
mo,
like to invoke my
enlightenment,
right
di ba?
to self-incrimination, Your
Di ba
Honor.
sinabi mo, gospel truth, di ba? When you talk of God, there's only right and wrong. There's nothing in between. You want to talk about honor, Colonel Grijaldo? Kung gusto mo, Colonel Grijaldo, mag-usap tayo tungkol sa integridad ng isang tao, ang pagsabi ng katotohanan is the simplest way to show honor. Na hindi ka nagtatago at hindi ka nagsisinungaling. Kasi we're talking about serious issues here, Colonel Grijaldo. Isipin mo, mga EJK victims ang nandito. Libo-libong taong namatay nung panahon ng nakaraang administrasyon. Buhay ng Pilipino ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. So, Colonel Grijaldo, babalikan ko lang. Totoo ba? O hindi? Na merong pumilit sa iyo na magsalita na hindi naaayon sa katotohanan dito sa Quadcom.
Your Honor, I would like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
What is the point of order, Congressman Ako?
The resource person has not answered my question a while ago, and he's still invoking his right against self-incrimination, which is improper. Even Supreme Court decisions say so. You're just telling me your ignorance of the law. You cannot invoke your right against self-incrimination. Tell me if you have a criminal case against you regarding this issue. Galing ako sa serbisyo, iho, pero nakakahiya ka. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pag ako na magtatanong,
Thank you.
sasagot ka. Dahil isa-cite kita in contempt again.